Oh, it's okay. We're about to start. Salam wa rahmatullah. How do we make it so that people are not all the way to the side? Should we push the chairs back and people can sit in the front, or they're going to refuse to sit in the front? Just try to be as close as you can, please, so that I don't need to look too far to the right and left. There's enough chairs. Let's fill up the chairs first. Muhammad, I think, did it. Yeah. Okay, we're good, Muhammad? We're good? Okay, let's start, inshallah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasoolillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we're going to continue, inshallah. I told you guys we're going to talk about an important prophet today. Idris alayhi salam, we talked about last week. We mentioned there wasn't much mentioned in the Quran about him, but he was the first prophet after Shiekh. So it was Adam, Shiekh, and then Idris. Adam alayhi salam comes a bit later. In the hadith mentions about 10 centuries after Adam alayhi salam. Nuh alayhi salam comes, okay? 9th generation. So 9 generations, then you got Nuh alayhi salam. What happens before his generation, and you can see how corruption and deviation begins. It was a couple of generations before him. There were righteous community members, righteous people who used to guide people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And some say that the names mentioned in the Quran, Waddan, Suwa'an, Yaghuth, Ya'uq, Nasra. These 5 names are actually names of great worshippers of Allah. They used to be, at least. Alright? When they passed away one after another, the people were very sad. And there wasn't really other righteous people as righteous and as knowledgeable to carry on. So they used to try to keep in touch with what they used to teach. An idea came. It seems Iblis came and gave them the idea to make statues out of these people. And so that when you see these statues, you will remember them. It's kind of like, when you see a picture of your, favorite Shiekh or whatever, you're like, yeah, I remember. Yeah, when you see a picture of your grandfather, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember when he told. So it is true, for sure. When you see a picture of somebody, you will remember. And you will be inspired. And so statues were erected in those images of those people so people can remember them and worship Allah better and remember the olden stories and tales. Now, is this haram? Is statues haram at this point in history? No. Statues became haram way later. This is why in our deen, because people can swerve away from Islam or start venerating these statues. God forbid, just think for a second. What would have happened if there was a statue of Muhammad ﷺ today? Ooh, major shirk would have happened. Major shirk if there was a statue of Muhammad ﷺ. Even though we know it's haram, shirk, all of that. Yeah? There would have been major shirk if we had statues of the Prophet ﷺ or any Sahabi. So Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbade it. At that time it wasn't forbidden. It wasn't forbidden. So it was actually a good thing. They were actually remembering Allah's teachings and the teachings of these people. So it was inspirational. Shaitan, he's smart, yeah? He has long-term strategy. He's very patient. He's very sabr, sabur. He's patient to get to his goals. Y'all know if you want any goals, you want to be millionaire, billionaire, you want to succeed in life, you have to be patient. Shaitan is patient for his own goals to deviate humanity. So he let that whole generation go away. He didn't come back to them. That whole generation went away. The next generation, he started telling them, it could be even more than one generation. Hey, you know what? These statues, your forefathers used to ask them for rain, and it used to rain. They used to ask them. So the first thing of ibadah is when you ask, when you make dua. You make dua towards something, that's a form of worship. Now this thing becomes something that will help you. So that's the first deviation. And now told them to ask these statues for things. And people were like, yeah, our forefathers, they used to, look at these statues and all of that. And yeah, perhaps they were also asking them for things. And of course, slowly these statues were brought into the places of worship. And then they became full-on worshipped. Several generations, right? The minute you're off a little bit, shaitan takes you off more. The whole thing started with a good idea, yeah? It was a good idea. Guys, let's please don't talk, all right? You can raise your hand if you have a question, no problem. طيب. So we see shaitan's strategy here again. Remember we saw it with Adam and Hawa, how he uses their good intention, and then he's very patient and persistent. We see the same thing again. Shaitan will take his time as long as he gets what he wants eventually, which is what happened. So Nuh alayhi salam, when he was sent, do you think there were some believers still left on earth, or they were all mushriks? Was there maybe a few guys here and there? Some guys, in I3 Institute at the time or something, was there anyone little bit here and there, or were they all cooked? They're all cooked, yeah? They're all cooked. They're all cooked in shirk. There was no non-mushrik, okay? Which also shows you the power of like peer pressure and society and how people can get into just following. Okay? Because it was the leaders who were doing this. The leaders were doing this worship, and then everybody else followed. Okay? So Nuh alayhi salam comes 9th generation after Adam alayhi salam. About 1,000 years after Adam alayhi salam passes away. And he is given the task to call his people. Now Nuh alayhi salam was calling his people. And he was calling his people part-time, full-time, secretly, privately. How was he calling people? Yes? Full-time. In the open. Where else was he calling them? Yeah. And in secret. What else? And part-time, at daytime, nighttime. You see his description. إني دعوت قومي ليلا ونهارا فلم يزدهم دعائي إلا فرارا. My calling to them and inviting them increased them nothing except running away. Became at a point like, oh, he's got cooties, and they were running away. Okay? So it became a time where like they were just, oh, this guy here again, let's run away. And ثم إني دعوتهم جهارا ثم إني أعلنت لهم وأسررت لهم إسرارا. So every way he was doing it, calling them. Who followed him? Did anyone follow him, or he had no followers? Was still zero, or was there some followers? Yes.
His children and some more people.
So his children, how many children? Yeah, it's true. He had 4 children. Did they all follow him? No, one didn't. There was Yam, Sam, Ham, and I don't know what the 4th one. I hope Sham, but maybe not Sham. Okay, but there was 4. I remember the first 3: Yam, Sam, and Ham, and Kedan. Kedan. Okay, I like Kedan. It sounds cool. طيب. But Yam was the guy. He was off. Okay, Yam was not yummy. Okay, he was like ew. He was the mushrik. He was the guy. We'll talk about Yam a bit later. Okay? And who else followed him? He said some people. Which kind of people followed him? Yes. The poor people, or the Quran, they don't say poor people. His people say, مَا نَرَاكَ اتَّبَعَكَ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ هُمْ أَرَاذِلُنَا. Aradhiluna means like the weakest of us, or the lowest in class. See, subhanAllah, human beings, whenever they make society, there's always going to be class system. No matter what. There's going to be some kind of class system. Is there a class system today? Like, today is there some class system? What kind of class system we have here? We're Canada, man. We're all free, bro. Got my freedoms. The land of the free, the home of the brave. Oh, that's America. Well, what is it? It's wealth-based. Yeah? More wealth you have, more value you have, more you can do, more lawyers you can get, more laws you can break, right? Depends on all of that. Yeah, so it's not, you're not called, although maybe they look at your income bracket, yeah? So your class is by your income bracket, yeah? But anyways, at that time, it seems it was mostly farmers. Hardworking farmers who were following Nuh alayhi salam. Now today you're like, yo, farmers, what's wrong with farmers, man? They're good people. There's nothing wrong with farmers. It was just that society, like thousands of years ago, it was like just labor kind of work, you know? And they were seen as weaker in society. Now you see this over and over again. Why are the farmers, the weakest in class in society, the ones following, and those upper class guys are not? Well, what's going on here? Why is it the weaker people following? How come? These guys are doing some nice dances here. Yes, Habibi.
Less arrogance.
Okay, the weaker in society, or the lower class in society, have less arrogance. They're already smashed. Okay, so that's one thing. Yes, Ustad.
Nothing to lose.
Okay, another thing is that they don't have much to gain or to lose. They have a lot to gain. Like they're the ones who are not doing well under the system. The system is not helping them. Yeah? So they're not there so hard to protect the system and protect our way of life, because they're not getting the best end of the deal. What else? Yeah, you're more wealthy, you got more to lose, you have more arrogance, you have a whole bunch of stuff, you're worried, you're scared. What else? It's easier for them to see a sense of meaning. Okay. Anything else? These are all good. These are all right. These are all things I wanted to mention. There's one more. Yes.
The people who are the upper class, they always are scared if if some such powerful message comes, the power that they have, the authority
Mm.
they have, it will be taken away from them.
Yes, I was looking for that one. Yeah. So remember, humans generally are greedy for power, money, status, all these things, right? One of them definitely is power and rulership and authority. So people who have authority, power, they're the ones who are calling the shots, who are making the laws and all of that. Oh, another prophet is coming saying, change our way of life. It means I won't be the boss anymore. Somebody else will be the boss. And I won't be able to make the laws anymore because they understood that now there's going to be a new person who's going to make the laws. Okay? أن اعبدوا الله واتقوه وأطيعون. What is أطيعون? What is أطيعون? Yeah? Obey me. I don't know how he got it. That was really good. Most people think obey Allah. أن اعبدوا الله واتقوه. Worship Allah. Be mindful of Allah. وأطيعون. And obey me. وأطيعوني. If you continue, وَأَطِيعُونِي, it's obey me. So prophets have to be obeyed. They're the representative of Allah. So if you're going to obey the prophet, it means you're going to have to let go of your laws, systems, rules, all of that. So of course the people of power are going to be pushing hard. طيب. Now, the people of power, it's interesting. One time they come to Nuh alayhi salam. I don't know how many times they came to him. But he said, look, you want us to sit with you, follow you? Kick out these lowlifes. Kick out these farmers. Man, there's a bunch of farmers around you, man. You want us to come sit with you with a bunch of farmers? Come on, man. Tell them to go back to their farm and then we'll come sit with you. We'll come listen to you. Nuh alayhi salam, what is his response? What is Nuh alayhi salam's response to this request?
I don't remember the ayah exactly.
It's okay, tell me
And then he said that if he did that, he would be like an oppressor.
yeah.
So no one will find.
He says in one ayah, يَا قَوْمِ مَنْ يَعْصِمُنِي مِنَ اللَّهِ إِن طَرَدْتُهُمْ. Who's going to protect me from Allah if I kick them out? This is a crime. These people are worshipping God. And there's more ayat where he says, you know, I'm not the one to judge. They're the ones who have accepted Allah. How can I reject and kick out people who accepted Allah? Now, question for you. Because today, a lot of people, mashallah, there are a lot of very smart people today. A lot of very smart people today. So sometimes people say like, you know, let's give a little compromise. It's okay, a little bit haram, as long as we get goodness for the community, yeah? You know, Nuh alayhi salam, he could have like temporarily kicked out those guys. No one says this, by the way, but people act like that today. People act like that today. I don't want to tell you which country, but in different countries, yeah? We'll temporarily throw the Palestinians a little bit aside, and then we'll negotiate with Trump a little bit, so we can get some benefits, and then maybe later on we'll take care of the Palestinians. Or, we don't need to go that far, we can stay here. When it comes to politics and involvement, people are ready to do anything. Man, you want to call me liberal, conservative, LGBTQ? I'll wear the LGBTQ stuff, man. I'll go on the Pride Parade. I'm not making this up. It's Muslims. They'll go walk in the Pride Parade. They're like, yeah, but because we're Canadian, like human rights, so we gotta walk with the LGBTQ, R, S, T, U, V, W, all those other alphabet letters, yeah? Because, we walk for them, then they're going to walk for us. Okay? They help Palestine, we help them. I scratch their back, and I don't want them to touch my back, but whatever it is, right? طيب. So we're gonna do that, all right? So that's how people justify their da'wah. Yeah? And Nuh alayhi salam was like, no man, Allah's gonna destroy me. What do you mean kick out these people? And he didn't even suggest temporarily. He didn't go to the guys like, yo, ya shabab, my brothers, I know you guys are believers. Yani, can I pretend to kick you out? Like, can you just like give us one night, bro? Like, don't have chai with us today. Like, come back tomorrow. Nothing. When it comes to Islam and principles, you don't give it up. When it comes to dunya, you can do give and take. Halal things, give and take. Principles, you don't give, you make. All right? Principles, you do, you don't give. All right? طيب. So now, Nuh alayhi salam keeps going at it and keeps going at it. Anyone know how long Nuh alayhi salam is going at it? I'm sure you all know this one. Yes. 950 years. So, Nuh alayhi salam lived longer, but amongst his people, the da'wah was 950 years. Now, not everyone lived for 950 years. That's another misconception. It's not like everyone, it wasn't like the life expectancy is 950 years. Some people lived that long, others lived less. So Nuh alayhi salam was giving da'wah and he perhaps saw multiple generations, obviously, right? Not even if they didn't die, it takes, how long does it take for someone to grow up, get married? 20 years old? Yeah, at that time, maybe 20 years old, 15 maybe, 12? Okay, let's just go 20 to keep it a halal show, all right? طيب. So every 20 years, people get married, they have kids. So he's seeing multiple of these people coming about. He's there 950 years. Guess in all the da'wah, how many people accepted his da'wah? He's the prophet for all mankind at that time. How many people you think followed him in 950 years? Any guesses? It was less than 100. Yeah? Yeah, so there's different narrations. The highest narration you'll find is 83. And some say like 13, like in the teens. Okay? Imagine how difficult that is. You're giving da'wah, and on average was 950. Let's use 83 as the highest number. How many people become Muslim every how many years? Somebody do the math there. Less than one per year? 950? No, way less than that. One per decade almost. It's 950 versus 83. Okay? So you get less than one person who joins you on average every 10 years. Okay? 10 years of da'wah, you barely get one person who joins you. All right? When we give da'wah to people, how long before we give up? Like your co-worker, your neighbor, usually how long, yeah? 10 minutes, 2 minutes. One iced cappuccino is like, yo, wallah, I had a whole iced cappuccino with the guy, he's finished, bro, he's cooked. Okay? He's gonna go to hell, man. I couldn't even make him understand one thing. He's done. One biryani, khalas, wallah, I had biryani with the uncle. I bought biryani with extra chutney, and he still didn't agree with me. طيب? So it's just really for perspective. It's for perspective. Da'wah is not something fast. Okay, it takes a long time, and you need to be patient and don't give up on people. I mean, if the Prophet ﷺ in 13 years of da'wah in Mecca, he had also about less than 100 people who became Muslim. 13 years. This is the Prophet ﷺ. Yeah? Less than 100 people. So these stories are there to give strength to the Prophet ﷺ and for any da'wah carrier. Anyone who's involved with da'wah is not a walk in the park. Okay? It's very difficult. طيب, after all of this, his people started challenging him. قالوا يا نوح قد جادلتنا فأكثرت جدالنا فأتنا بما تعدنا إن كنت من الصادقين. Nuh, you keep arguing with us, you keep debating us, man. And we're sick of it. We're trying to run away from you. We're putting our clothes on. We're closing our ears. We're fed up. Just bring the punishment. You're saying there's punishment. Bring it on. Okay? In other verses, he was threatened to be stoned. لَتَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْمَرْجُومِينَ. We're going to stone you. We're going to kill you. So he's threatened his life. They're saying, bring the punishment of Allah. Is Nuh giving up? No. When does Nuh give up? When Allah tells him to leave. Before that. Allah tells him, yeah? Before that. وَأُوحِيَ إِلَى نُوحٍ أنه لن يؤمن من قومك إلا من قد آمن. Later on, Nuh was told, no more people from your society is going to believe. He doesn't know that. Allah tells him that. So only then his da'wah mission is finished. Allah says, okay, that's it. No more people are going to believe. No more people. Because you see, he was even looking forward to future generations. Maybe the next child is born, maybe, I can get him some toys for Eid or something. Maybe something is going to happen, Allah says, no more. Don't be sad with what they used to do. So now Allah's giving him, it seems there's going to be something happening. And then Nuh alayhi salam, when he knows this, he makes dua against the people. وقال نوح ربي لا تذر على الأرض من الكافرين ديارا. Don't leave any disbelievers upon the earth. Get rid of them all. Remember, when did he make this dua? After 950 years or so. I'll tell you why it was less than 950 years. But after all his da'wah, after Allah tells him there's no more believers. No more. Finished. That's why the Prophet didn't make such a dua. In fact, when the angels came to him to say we're going to destroy Ta'if, we'll destroy Mecca, he said, no. Maybe future generations will become Muslim. Yeah? So we're not supposed to make dua to destroy all the kuffar, because we need to give da'wah to the kuffar. Yeah? طيب. Now Allah tells the Prophet Nuh to build the ark. Where does he build it? By the shore, by the beach, nice coastal. No. Where does he build it? On the mountain. Who builds a ship on the mountain? You can't carry a ship from the mountain. So he's told to build it on the mountain. He's not a carpenter. How does he know how to build it? Allah tells him, وَاصْنَعِ الْفُلْكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا وَوَحْيِنَا. Create this ark with our oversight and with our direct revelation. So Jibreel alayhi salam was telling Noah how to build it. Now this boat, we don't know too much about it, but there are narrations of Israeliyat about this boat. This boat was a humongous boat. Over 100 yards. So bigger than a football field. Okay, over 100 yards. And it was 3 levels. So you think there's just one boat, like the paper boat you make, no, it's 3 levels. Okay? So 3 stories high. All wood. They didn't have iron and all these things. Wooden boat. 3 stories high. The 3 stories, first floor is for the humans. Second floor is for the animals. Third floor for the birds. This is the narrations. Okay? He's building it. Huge 3-story wooden boat that size. How long you think it would take to build a boat that size? Years. It took, narration say 100 years. Okay, did you say 100 years? Yeah. Oh, that's Snapchat. Okay, Tayyib, very good stuff. All right, so roughly 100 years, he's building this boat. Okay, and remember, even the wood, you can't go to like Home Hardware or Home Depot, Rona, and get nice plywood. He has to cut the wood from the trees and like put it in the proper order and stuff. Okay, so this is tough stuff. And he's building it. A few people are helping him build it. He wasn't building it alone. In taskharu minna. So he's talking. So people are starting now making fun of him. Okay? They were making fun of him in two ways. One, you were a prophet, man. Well, you're a carpenter. You changed, your profession. You were a doctor. Now, like you're an engineer, right? You're a prophet, now you're making wooden ship. And then the second one, you're building a ship on a mountain. They were happy. They're like, he's crazy. He became crazy and he stopped bothering us. We don't need to run away anymore. No more da'wah. Allahu Akbar. Oh, they didn't say Allahu Akbar. Whatever they was Akbar for them. Okay? Tayyib. So they're happy. They're like, okay, man, go build your boats on the mountain. Interesting enough, this time it takes. No one went to go and burn the boat. No one went to destroy the boat. You know what they did? Guess what they did? What they used to do with the boat? There's narrations, they used to use it as a big giant toilet. That's how they used to try to harm Nuh alayhi salam and the believers. People used to go at night, climb the mountain, go for a nice hike, do their business, ha 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 ha, and then they used to come back down. Okay? This is the level of istiskhar, like, mockery of their prophet, of the believers. Just to show you that level, okay? But Nuh alayhi salam said, you guys mock us, we mock you. We're going to mock you. How did he mock them? I don't know. But he says, one day we're going to mock you more. You'll see what happens. Until the day comes and Allah orders Nuh alayhi salam to get on the boat and to carry a pair, male and female, of everything. Now, of course, the atheists, they mock this. They're like, oh, how big could the boat be to have like a male and female of everything? There's too many animals. There's too many animals. Not possible. And where were the humans living? And how did the animals get along with the humans and with each other? And how could they not fight each other? And how was there food for everybody? And did they not eat? All these millions of questions. How do you answer? How would you answer all of these, strategic? Okay, that's, yes?
I was going to say the same thing, basically. Allah ordered all of them to get along on the boat.
Mm-hmm. So Allah's will, Allah can guide the animals. Can Allah not guide the animals? Of course Allah can guide the animals. Okay? And also you see in some of the narrations, these things, Allah doesn't need to tell us in the Quran. Right? But there was strategy. There was multiple levels. There was 100 years of work, of effort. And so there perhaps was also a lot of storing of different foods, right? Storing foods or whatever it may be, dried up meat, dried up this, whatever it was. So there was a strategy, and it was guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you're telling me Allah, who created the heavens and the earth and put everything in motion and give everything what it is, cannot guide Nuh alayhi salam and the animals to get into a boat and to provide for them? That's dumb. That argument is dumb. Okay? Of course, if you don't believe in a creator, then you got other issues to deal with. Forget Nuh alayhi salam. Let's get you to believe in a God first. If you're not going to believe in God, I cannot convince you of the story of Nuh alayhi salam. Alright? So, you just talk to them about if there is a God or not. Don't argue about the story of Nuh alayhi salam if somebody doesn't believe in God. Alright? طيب. So this happens, and now the rain comes. And Allah describes the rain in multiple verses. فَفَتَحْنَا أَبْوَابَ السَّمَاءِ بِمَاءٍ مُنْهَمِرٍ وَفَجَّرْنَا الْأَرْضَ عُيُونًا فَالْتَقَى الْمَاءُ عَلَى أَمْرٍ قَدْ قُدِرٍ. So Allah says, we literally opened the skies like doors, and water came down gushing all together. You know, sometimes when it really rains, when it pours, not rains, it pours. It's like there's buckets. Yeah? So it was like buckets, not rain. It was buckets, it was full-fledged. Yeah? And the earth, water goes through, and now is all springs all over the earth. So water is coming out from deep underneath the earth. So the flooding is instantaneous and fast, and people not having the opportunity to go climb or do anything. It's very, very quick. Of course, in this, now remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't give us so many details, but He gives one specific detail. The son of Nuh, Yam, doesn't get on the ship. Now everybody's going on the ship and they know the plan. Yam knew the plan too. He's one of Nuh's children. He knew the plan is to get on that boat, otherwise you're gonna not be able to float. Right? But he doesn't get on. Of course it happens and they need to move. And then Yam thinks he's smart. He's up the mountains. He knows that there's gonna be rain. And so the encounter happens. Nuh alayhi salam sees his son climbing the mountain when it's raining heavy. And he has a conversation with him and he says, "Oh my son, get on with us and don't be with the disbelievers." His son says, "No, don't worry, Dad. I'm going to go to a high mountain." Now pause here for a second. And I know we need to stop the halaqah because I like to stop it at 7:45. We'll continue. I don't want to rush the story. We'll finish it next week, inshallah. But let's just discuss this part here. What would make Yam, still sounds funny, what would make Yam not want to get on the boat in the first place? Like, why is he not getting on the boat in the first place? You know there's going to be this flooding. Why does he not get on the boat? Yet alone refuse even after he sees everything and his dad is calling him. Why is he refusing to get on the boat? Yes. Arrogant. Yes. What else? But no one's pressuring him. There's something similar. Yes. Because those are the non-cool guys. I don't want to be chilling with the non-cool guys. All the losers are on that boat. All the farmers. And Dad, I don't want to walk with you, Dad. Kind of like how some people say it when they go to school. When their dad goes to school, like, "Hey, Dad, I don't want no one to know you're my dad, eh? Stay away, walk 10 meters away from me. Please don't hug me ever in public. Yeah? But this is like to the next level. Yeah? My children are not here. Okay. طيب. So, it's not cool to be there. It's not, that's not where the gangsters, we're in the hoodie. I'm going with the hoodie with my boys, yo, my G's, yo. Those guys there, man, nah, So imagine to what level this affects this kid. And of course, he had no faith, no iman. He didn't believe his father was a prophet, man. Can you believe it? And there's more to discuss about this, but we're going to continue discussing the son, because the son is this crazy. There's more to talk about. Let's continue from here, inshallah. طيب. We'll stop the recording. We'll take some Q&A. We're not done with the story of even the son. We're going to continue from there, inshallah. طيب. So, questions? Anyone has a question about the story? First, let's take questions about the story quickly. Any questions about the story? Yes. There's no indication that I know of how long it took, but the call came and they got on. Now, again, because it was 100 years, my thought is there was some strategy. They went, gathered, Allahu A'lam. Was there some supernatural divine intervention where, Allah guided these animals to just kind of get on? Allahu A'lam. I don't know. Okay? But if Allah wants it to happen, very easy. Okay? But of course, it was in the strategy, in the building of the boat, to have space for the animals. Okay? Yes. Yes. Yeah. So da'wah is very case specific. Somebody who doesn't want to hear you, obviously don't shove it. Obviously, you can't keep going. You have to change the topic, do it indirectly. Just take them out for a coffee. Build relations. If they hate your guts, probably gonna be hard. Like they're your friend. They're your friend. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to do it indirectly. And maybe come in through a topic they're interested in. Like making money. Like how Islam ensures people are well off. So come in through a different topic that maybe the person is interested. Maybe sports. Right? Maybe burgers. How, halal burgers are good for you. And what makes it halal. Whatever it is, maybe just, so you'll have to find other strategies. But it's true, sometimes it's hard. But you be indirect. Make them ask you questions. Make them, as much as you can. Yeah. Okay. Other questions? Oh, young man, yes, sir. Remember, the ship was on the mountain. The disbelievers were down there chilling. So it was too late for them to get on the ship. And when people boarded the ship, there was no rain. Remember, the disbelievers didn't even believe there's going to be rain. Right? So it was not possible for them to get there in enough time. People boarded the ship, yeah. A couple hours. Maybe an hour and 30 minutes. I'm not exactly, but something like that, yeah. You got it, alhamdulillah. Is it kebab related? If it's kebab, please tell me.
You know, it's a very bad culture country here.
Yeah.
I can't marry my cousin, she's my sister.
Oh, Snapchat. We got a whole next session for this one. Tayyib. Marrying cousins, yo. I got so much trouble for talking about marrying cousins on my social media, man. MashaAllah. Yeah, so honestly, guys, the simple thing with marrying cousins is if there was real, legitimate danger and problem, Allah would have made it haram. Okay? And I looked into this, the percentage, if you guys watched my video, the likeliness of having, deformities with children increases by 100% with cousins. It does. But increases from 2% to 4% chance. So when they say it's 100% more, you're like, astaghfirullah. Yeah? But it's 2% to 4%. So in Allah's wisdom, and He knows, this is not that big of an increase. Okay? 2% to 4% to Allah, He knows best. Okay? And people try to, as Shiekh says, make this similar to marrying like your sister or brother. What the heck is far from it? Okay, far from a morality perspective, from a disgusting perspective, from even if you want to go into the rate of deformities of children goes to 50%. It's 40 to 50%. Where is 2 to 4% and where is 40, 50%? Like, you can't compare, man. So you can't compare genetics, you can't compare morality, you can't compare nasty, you can't compare, and Allah knows best. Okay? So, but if your cousin is ill to you, khalas, no problem. Then you don't have to marry her. Just don't have doubts about Islam. Okay? Don't have doubts that oh man, this is messed up. And I think Sheikh should make it illegal today or stuff like that. Don't go there. That's messed up. Okay, and no matter how much you think she's your sister, she's not. So keep your obviously your distance Islamically. Don't go walking and hold her hand in the bazaar and say, oh, she's my sister. She's not your sister. Okay, cool. Tayyib. Let's stop there. Should we do one video? One video? Online? May Allah help me. I'll read a few. You guys tell me which one you guys like, yeah? Can a Christian guy and a Muslim girl marry? We know that. That's easy. Can I get free Roblox in Jannah? Everything in Jannah is free. Jeez. Is it halal to attend mixed singles meeting events with intention to find a life partner? Man. Halal to attend mixed singles. What's mixed singles meeting events? Mixed singles? Is it like speed dating? So married people are not allowed there? No. Even if you're 25% married? No. Yes. Okay, so it's only single people. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble, man. This is recorded still? Oh, we gotta cut this part, okay? Tayyib. Should I answer it? You guys like this one? Ya Allah. Do you guys want to be in it? You guys want to be the background to the story? I can do it like this, where you guys are all in it. You guys in? You guys good? Yeah, everybody in? Ya Allah, we're all cooked, man. Yalla. Tayyib. Yo. Whoever, let me go to the side. Okay, we'll do the side so everybody can get in. Yalla, you guys all in? You're all in trouble, bro. We're all gonna go down together with this one. All right. Let me cook it up a little bit here. What am I saying? Okay. Is it halal to attend mixed singles meeting events with intention to find a life partner? Look, man, everybody calls each other life partner. You're talking about marriage. Sometimes it's not for life. Follow the Quran and the Sunnah. Follow the right way. Get your parents involved. It's not a halal fish market, bro. Go and do it properly. Meet one person at a time with their family. Don't just go like, yo, I need number 5, number 10. Like, come on, man. It should be proper. Doesn't sound too proper to me here. May Allah help you all find a life partner. Yalla, I think it's time to eat, yeah? Well, that's a good time to eat. Yalla, let's go eat. Bismillah. Yes. I think so, yes.
It's by Ibn Kathir.
Yes,
So is this one?
I think so, yes.
Oh yeah. So the name of the son is Japheth.
Oh,
Canaan is another name for young.
okay. So the fourth son of Nuh alayhi salam is Japheth.
Yeah.
All right, just to clear that up. Brother got the book with him, mashallah. Yo.